Okay, welcome to my channel, Caterpillar John Hank. Now, this machine is reported as an electrical problem. Okay, this is a tire excavator. As you can see now, this we have here in our garage now. It's reported an electric problem. I don't know what exactly problem on electric, so I'm going to inspection first. I think it's shown this horn wire. I think so. There is some. Okay. We have to inspect before we started. Yes, they told this is no electric reported electric problem. Okay, so what type of electric problem we do not know exactly. But now I found there's no hydraulic. Okay, as you can see that glass tube, that is a hydraulic level, but cannot see any sign of hydraulic on the level. Okay, maybe that's also one reason why. Okay, as you can see, this is the hydraulic pump. So based on the electrical wiring is fitted well. Okay, so I'm going to wonder why the trigger or the jack is not down. It's not put it. They did not put it down. So we will see why the jack is. Okay, this on the solenoid pilot valve control. It's fitted well also. So okay, we will go inside the cabin. But before that, I have to check it first, the oil level, engine oil level. Okay. Okay. It's the dipstick, okay. Use the engine oil level, I think that is okay. It's good. So I'm using only one hand, so I can put it on the center. Okay. Okay. The water. Make it sure that when I get it run, the engine will not be getting overheat. Okay, the water is available. There's nothing any unusual form or sign of damage in there. There is some attachment, like this bulb light, sorry, and as you can see, the wire is broken and corroded. Okay, I'm going down to the cabin, operator's cup. So, see, this excavator is PW 180. Okay. So now I'm here inside the cab. It's very hot. Okay, I'm here now inside the cab. We will see what happened. There's no any unusual or something broken or damaged here inside. Everything is also in good. Okay, what is this wire? This wire came from outside. Okay, it's also broken. I think they use it as a ground, but no problem. I will arrange that once I find everything. They can make that solution. Okay, now I'm going to switch it on. As you can see, okay, this type of monitor, we will show you how to enter on the service menu. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I'm here na service menu. Okay, in the service menu, I'm going to select the monitoring. Okay, scroll down, press OK. Use the OK to see what type of abnormality that they have. Return. Go back to abnormality. Sorry, abnormality. Okay, just to see why what that type of sound. Okay, we're going to electrical. Then press OK again. Okay, level 4 abnormality, trouble solenoid, And okay, now this is the problem. I've seen already. So the service lever port abnormality. Okay, about the other, it is normal. And then directional switch abnormality. Okay, where is that located? And trouble PPC's pressure switch abnormality, wiper abnormality. Okay, now based on the first error that shows, you know where is it? I found it already. This control, okay. So this control they broke. This is the function or to access the jack function. Okay, so it's already broken. So you can see damage. That shit operator. I don't know what they do, how they do like that. And then the other one, trouble and solenoid disc. Okay, that is normal. Okay, so we'll see the other. Okay, and then directional switch abnormality. The directional is in here. Maybe something they when the operator they damage this switch, that's also become affected. Okay, okay, trouble PPC switch abnormality. Okay, we will show that after this. Oh, how many error? 1, wiper 2, and directional switch 3, switch lever 4 error that they have. Okay, we'll see you next once the other error is already found. Okay, okay, for now I will remove this lever. Okay, pilot lever is for temporary. I will try to repair this switch, so I will put some other type of switch that can make this switch will be function to make the jack down, jack bucket and jack to lift the machine. Okay, it's for temporary. I will repair it first, and then about the other we will do it one by one. Okay, okay, as you can see, I make another switch. Okay, this switch is just only touch to switch on, not full touch to on, just only touch one time, and then the function of the jack will be on. Okay, as you can see, this is how I make a remedy, because I think this lever is not available here in UAE, because this excavator, tire excavator, we order one time last time the parts in Europe. So for now we will check. Okay, okay, now I'm going to switch on. We will see what happened. Let's start. Okay, now this is safety lock, switching on, and then will function the what we call, this is the jack lifter. Okay, as you can see now, see, there is a boom up. So to change the jack, or to change the bucket for a dozer or a jack, just press one time. Okay, okay, now see, as you can see, the bucket is going out, and also the jack. So now we finish this problem. Now the next is what is this showing? I don't know. It is a parking. So we'll go to the service menu again. Press up button and then one. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We go to abnormality. Abnormality. And then press OK. Wait a few seconds. And then we will check electrical. So service level port number 1 abnormality. Okay. And then wiper working abnormality. And travel PPC pressure switch abnormality. Okay. Now we'll go to the service menu again. Press up 1, 2, 3. Okay. We go to abnormality. Abnormality. And then press OK. Wait a few seconds. And then we will check electrical. So service level port number 1 abnormality. Okay. And then wiper working abnormality. And travel PPC pressure switch abnormality. Okay. Now I found it. Only now I saw this broken directional lever. Okay, this is the directional lever, left and right, signal light, and wiper also. This was included, and the headlight. Okay, this is a fucking how that operator do this type of I don't know how the operator they use this machine. Oh my goodness. As you can see, this type of attitude of operator is not acceptable. If I am crazy, I will going to report this problem. So but I think it is no need. Just only try to order how long it takes to be provided these parts. Okay, so the other error wiper and travel PPC pressure switch abnormality. As I'm going to look. Okay, as you can see now, already removing the cover just to remove this directional. Okay, this directional is already broken. So okay, oh, there is one more screws. This is what I told. some of my subscriber that they want something from me or a video recording about how it is not easy if I am alone by doing this job. No anyone will hold my camera. Okay. But I will try to do the best. Everyone who requested the type of video, I'm trying to do the best as I can to make some videos. But sometimes they are requesting very hard type of video. But we need sometimes taking time. We need a good opportunity to do the video, so it is not easy. But I'm sorry to somebody trying requesting some type of video that they want. Only thing I can say is I'm sorry about that. But sometimes, you you have to be patient and understand.
This is a oil pressure
some
brake.
situation. That's not very easy to do it. Okay. As you can see, this screw. Okay, once the parts is arrived, so I will continue this video. For now, I have to remove the directional lever. Just follow me this video and we will show you how to fix the problem what's showing on the monitor. Okay, see, I saw the problem now. One pressure switch, it is broken. As you can see, it's broken. This is the pressure switch. So I think this is the pressure switch is showing on the monitor. I'm going to connect the temporary. Okay. And then we will see what is the result. Okay. Again. Okay, we will switch on after the connection I made, because one sensor or pressure switch that is attached on the attached on the control valve on the pilot supply. Okay. Now we will see the error. 1, 2, okay. And then check the abnormality. Okay. And electrical. Okay. Okay, now the directional, we will see the bus error before. Oh, still trouble BBC. Still abnormality. Still the abnormality is there. Okay. We will see how the machine is functioning. This is the problem. The speed is not normal. Okay. I'll try to put on low. I'll try to put on low. Okay. Now it's in low position. Same. There's no difference between high and low. Okay. Now that's what we are going to find. Why it is happening like that? Even the automatic function. As you can see, the fire is running very slowly. Even I put on high. See, it's the high position. But still the speed is slow. Okay then, now I will try to do the best to find this problem, okay? Last and final continuation of my video. So regarding with this video about the alarm but that's showing on the monitor, this is the problem, okay? This bullshit switch, okay? And then the other wire, it was changed somebody. So as you can see now, I'm going to remove, okay, this wire. When before I started to work, okay, this wire is fixed at here, okay, that position, and then the other wire at there, this socket, okay. But for more than 2 days I become crazy to troubleshoot to find out why the monitor is showing a problem. Okay, luckily today for less than 1 day, less than 8 hours, I found the problem. This is the final choice I have done. So luckily I found it. So instead of this connection, okay, instead this connection will be fixed in this place. This is connected to the other socket, okay, as you can see that there, this socket, that's the problem. So when I fix like that, when I fix this I think this is the right position of the plug, and then I switch it on, the fucking sound, the fucking noise or sound of on the monitor that making operator crazy, because they cannot operate. Is always, every time they change the gear forward to reverse or parking brake, always it comes sound, warning sound. Okay, so as you can see, that place is under the cab, under the steering column. This is the steering column there, under that side. Okay, now you see, after I change the position of that switch, the error is gone, or the warning to the monitor is gone. See, no more, no E2, no E02, and no oil pressure low showing on the monitor. As you can see, it's very clear. No more error now. Only the error is showing is fuel. See, the fuel level is low. Okay, I will start to show that my work is a success. As you can see before, when I put the gear, this is the switch gear, okay? When I put the gear forward, same like that, the sound like I put the gear, doesn't stop, warning, on and off warning. Now, see, no more warning. Okay, reverse. Okay. Okay, everyone. So my troubleshooting, it will take long because so many switches and solenoids attached with this machine. Okay, I will show you to all of you how this machine is work. Can you imagine about the situation? Okay, I'm going to show you. As you can see, I removed the air cleaner filter housing. Okay, as you can see, there is a pressure switch here, 3-wire. One of my companion, he opened this place. I told them this is not a low voltage supply, this is a high voltage supply. Okay, this is positive and negative, but they open. He want to show, make it sure. No, I told them no. Yeah, because I asking him to help me to clean up, but they open the hose to see the sensor under that pipe. Okay, as you can see, the sensor is there. That sensor. Okay, and then the other sensor, if you don't have any diagram or a guide how to find it out. At first day I checked this machine, I couldn't find the other sensor. This is two switch under there. This is a pressure switch, and then the other side also pressure switch. This is a S10 and a S9 switch. Okay, that switch is controlling pressure for forward and reverse. That is auto acceleration. Once you remove that, the acceleration of engine will not function, only idle. Okay, as you can see how many solenoid attached in this pilot control. It's hard to clean because the dirt is very sticky, hard to remove, very sticky. So as you can see, the control valve, main control valve. Okay, all coming up. And then it's hard to put step also in this place because maybe you broke something. See, this is the control valve. Okay, and the control valve also, in the control valve also there is some switch attached. Every pilot controlled. As you can see, this is a pressure switch. This is automatic raise, okay, for the engine. And then also the other side, see how many switches attached with that control valve. But some other function of this machine is okay, no any worry. Only reported is an electrical problem. That's the number one is noise on the inside the cab. Okay, we already done the remove the noise. We finished the problem. And then the other one, I think it's only mechanical work. So our mechanic here to solve. They are going to solve that problem. Just leaking, it's little leaking. Okay. Again, I will show you about the model of this machine. This is a PW180 Komatsu tire excavator. Yes, tire excavator. Okay. It takes long, but it is good because this machine is already here in garage. As you can see, this is the door. Okay, this is the door. Under that door is a step, footstep. This is the place where I found the problem. Okay, that is the accelerator. Okay, no. This is the what we call forward and reverse control. Okay, valve. And then this is the pot brake. The pot brake, they have a pressure switch. Okay, as you can see, that's a pressure switch. And then the other one also, you have there one, and then this one, that's the pressure switch. Okay, and that three pressure switch and one solenoid. This is parking brake solenoid. You can found that in the under the steering column. Okay, this is the steering valve. Okay, any problem, any pressure, you need to adjust on the brake. There is some valve here, so you can adjust, or maybe solenoid damage or what. This is the place. So from the control valve or the hydraulic pump, the pressure pass to the pilot control. Okay, pilot control valve, and then the supplies came here. This is the supply, main pipe supply. This is the main pipe supply of this control. Okay, it is hard, but if you have dedication to solve the problem that you are facing in this type of machine, you have to think more, and with the support of the diagram. Okay, that's the guide that I've used to find it. So if you are already familiar, it's okay, you don't need to use the diagram. But in this time, for more than 2 days, this machine making me crazy. But luckily, I found the solution. I found the problem. So okay, for tomorrow, I think the mechanic will repair some leaking of this machine. What we have here. Okay, as you can see, at this side, this lifter cylinder, jack lifting. See, there is leaking. That's catching a fan. Okay, see, by tomorrow there is one damaged light there. I will going to change it, and also we will check the revolving light. I think the revolving light is working. So signal and the other parking light and brake light. That's I have to solve it by tomorrow. But I think that is all working. I'm just only doing to inspect everything before the mechanic finish this their job. And also I will make horn, that hole, that hole there. That is the place where the horn is installed. Okay. So at this left side pilot control, that pilot control, that's the place where the push button of a horn is installed. So I'm going to replace other type of switch because the original switch is already stuck up. Okay. Okay. I hope that this video will help somebody's not totally help. You can get an idea about in this video. Hope that will help everyone. Okay. Thanks for watching, and then please subscribe my channel, Caterpillar Junhang. Okay. Bye bye. God bless to all of us.